right now on Wildlifers. It's the end of November and the whole team is heading to the Kansas lease in search of bruiser whitetail bucks.
The guys have been really excited for all the bucks they've been seeing, some really good quality bucks. I'm excited to get there.
Stephanie has also invited Kendall Jones to see if she can tag out on one of the many bucks showing up on the trail cameras.
My game plan's a little different. I'm gonna hunt hard when I can, but I'm also gonna put them in the better spots.
I'm not even completely set up, and this gigantic buck turns and is starting to come my direction. He is right there.
There are 3 roads that lead to the same destination. There are 3 players seeking to achieve one goal. Why do I hunt? It's who I am.
Where do I find the passion? It's in my blood.
How do I keep going? It's what I live for.
We are the Wildlifers.
Well, you know, the worst part about getting ready to leave is leaving my little buddy here. We had a great hunt this week. Him and Jade killed 2 really nice management bucks, got it all on film. We're gassing up right now, and as I'm gassing up, I'm checking game cameras, and one of the bucks that we're after is there right now, and it's snowing, the weather's getting right. We'll be driving to Kansas this evening, and we'll be in that tree tomorrow maybe. Let's hope he does that right there tomorrow, comes in daylight, and we'll stick him there. I think the faster I get him, the quicker I'll be home. You want me to shoot a big old buck? You shot a big old buck this week. It's only fair for me to get to. I hunted my butt off all the last couple of weeks at Kansas, Ohio.
Fall in the water.
You did. You worked hard for that buck you got. I was proud of you.
You don't gotta work hard.
I don't gotta work as hard as you do, but I gotta put more time in. I gotta get closer. I can't shoot as far as you can. You know, I've been hunting Kansas for about 15 days during November. I've been through the cold weather, the warm weather, and now I'm headed back during December. It's rifle season, the girls are coming up, and I still have a bow tag.
Well, I'm back in Kansas. It's a couple of days before the rifle season. Stephanie and Kendall will be here in 2 days. It's cold, got some snow on the ground. I was in Texas yesterday wearing flip-flops, and now it's 32 degrees and snow on the ground, but the deer moving have already seen 2. Not the big bucks that we're looking for, but it could happen tonight. Hopes are high. I feel like it could happen. I feel a lot more confident this time than when I was here in November.
There's nothing I'd rather be doing than hunting whitetail deer in November and December in Kansas. You have the chance to get a buck of a lifetime, but it can turn into a grueling battle of getting up every day, going and getting in the tree, freezing to death, and not seeing the buck you're after. But you know what? My motto is, you can't kill one on the couch, you gotta get in the tree.
As the last bit of light begins to fade from the field Dustin is hunting, he spots one of the main bucks he's been looking for.
You know, I go up a little early right before Stephanie and Kendall get there, and I decide I'm gonna go get in the tree and have some pictures of this one big buck coming in at daylight. And that evening, sure enough, right at dark, he shows himself.
That's our buck, that's him.
But he's just right out of my range. You know, I can't shoot my bow 70 yards on a deer right at dark, and you know, I just don't get a shot, but I got close. Well, you know, it's opening day of rifle season. We got Stephanie and Kendall Jones, they're headed up here right now. So I'm gonna go freshen up corn piles, pulling cards, see if the deer that we're after have been hitting them. Just trying to get everything ready for them. That way when they get here, Everything's ready to go hunt.
My game plan's a little different. I'm gonna hunt hard when I can, but I'm also gonna put them in the better spots.
It's a lot of work. Somebody's got to do it.
I've known Kendall for a couple years. Last year, during the Texas Trophy Hunter Association show, her booth was right next to ours, so we got to talking a lot. It was really nice because we got to spend some time together. I invited her to the ranch. She came and shot a turkey, and when she was here during turkey season, we said, hey, why don't you put your name in for the Kansas draw? You know, we have a lease there, so let's put your name in, see what happens, and she got a tag.
Any buck on here? Oh yeah, we've got some bucks. Some pictures we've been getting.
That one's nice. The deer here in Kansas, their bodies are just so much bigger than...
I know. It's really different from looking at them in South Texas.
Yeah. These are some nice ones.
Hopefully these bucks will show up while we're here.
I know. Well, I am excited. I haven't even been able to get in a whitetail stand this year, so I am changing my luck around.
Dustin has a really good idea of what deer are in the area. He knows where Kendall can have a good chance at a really nice buck, so he sends her to that area. And he was actually hunting a buck. He's seen it several times, but it just never would come into bow range. So he sent me to that area.
After I saw the deer come out of 70 yards and I didn't get a shot at him, the next few days the wind was wrong to hunt that stand, so I stayed out of there. And when Stephanie got there, she asked, where do I need to go? And I said, you need to go get in that stand that I've been hunting, that big deer.
So Dustin sent us to this area. My cameraman and I, we climb up the tree, we get everything up there. You know, we're thinking I'll be sitting here for a couple hours, you know, so I'm taking my time, putting everything out, putting my lip gloss on, and I look over and there's a doe. And the doe's running. I'm like, well, what's the doe running from, you know? And then I see a little buck behind her. I'm just kind of like chilling, watching the buck behind it, and I see him kind of head over that way. So I'm kind of getting ready, thinking, you know, see where they're going. Kind of got my gun in my hand at least, and still kind of organizing everything, and this gigantic buck walks out. And I'm like, oh my God, he's huge. And the thought went through my mind, I felt really bad that this is the buck that Dustin has been after, and after he's been out here 20 times, the buck is finally within bow range and I have a rifle. What do you do? I got a tag, I got a bullet, I got the biggest buck of my life right there. I had to take the shot.
Wildlifers is brought to you by Bill Fick Ford, that's no bull. Vault Aviation, a different kind of whitetail. Barnes Precision Machine, USA made with unmatched performance. Wise Eye Tech. And Mellon Creek Outfitters, raising standards, not fences. The Wildlifers are hunting Kansas, and Stephanie does not even get a chance to settle into her stand the first night out before one of the targeted bucks starts heading her way.
This gigantic buck walks out, and I'm like, oh my God, he's huge. And he doesn't follow the other doe and the buck. He turns and starts coming our direction, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's coming my way. And I'm like trying to get my gun up and trying to hold my tripod that I hadn't even actually set up yet, and he's coming closer and closer, and I know any movement could spook him off, and I don't want to do that because it's the biggest buck I've ever seen in my life, and he is walking 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards to me. I'm like contorting myself around, trying to move ever so gingerly. I'm having to lean back to see him. He was so close, I could just see hair in my scope.
showed Stephanie where to go. You know, within 30 minutes, bam, she gets a shot at this big buck that I've been hunting for 10 days.
He did send me over there, and he did know the buck was in the area, and he did know that I was probably gonna get it with my rifle.
Never within 70 yards of me, and she gets to shoot him at 25 yards. I mean, it worked perfect for her, but I'm over here like, what happened?
I mean, I did. I felt really bad. I don't even want to shoot anybody else's deer, you know, but...
Hey, that's hunting. That's the way it's supposed to go sometimes, and you like to hear those stories. I just wish I would have been in that stand, but I am super happy for her.
But I still felt really bad. Right here. Oh my God, he's right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I cannot believe this is happening to me. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, look at him. Oh, look at the size of them. They're huge. A Kansas buck. This is, oh my God, I just cannot believe this is happening to me. Look at the size of him. Look at the size of his bases. Oh my gosh. I just feel so lucky. I don't even know what to say. I mean, oh, he's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait till Dan gets here. I'm so excited.
I left the lodge, went down to this really cool stone arc. I was gonna shoot a time lapse of the sunset, and I got my tripod set up. I got my settings like I wanted them. I had taken one test shot and I was kind of zoomed in on it, looking at everything. My phone went off. No, I wouldn't think anything of it. I took my phone out of my pocket, I touched the screen, and I had a text from Stephanie that says, got him. And I was like, got what? And she texts back, the deer I was after. I couldn't believe it.
Look at him.
He's bigger than I thought. He's 180.
Yeah, he's in the 80s.
Dustin, thank you. I feel horrible that I shot your deer.
Oh, I'm glad you got him. It's nice. Beautiful.
Dustin.
Dang, Stephanie, that is a giant.
I know, Dan. I can't believe within 3 days I've shot the two biggest deer in my life. Probably that I'll ever shoot in my life. And
That's a bigger deer than I ever thought he was when I saw him that time.
I literally had to lean back and shoot him like this.
Well, you done good. That's
All
one of
I
the
could
most
see was
impressive
hair.
whitetail I've ever seen.
This segment is brought to you by Barnes Precision Machine, USA made with unmatched performance.
Well, we are back out. This time we are in a ground blind instead of a tree stand. The weather has changed. Temperatures have dropped tremendously. And so I'm bundled up like a little marshmallow out here. But hopefully with this weather change, the buck will come out. It's supposed to rain later today, so hopefully they're gonna come out and get some water and food before they go bed up for the storm. Stephanie got hers last night, so tonight is my night.
The incoming storm did not produce any deer movement for Kendall, but it did cause the temperature to drop overnight, making for even better conditions.
Temperatures have dropped a lot. It's about 10 degrees colder than it was yesterday. It's cold, but I'm feeling lucky today. I'm not getting out of this stand until there's a buck on the ground. So, and my nose won't stop running, but I have Kleenexes, and this is a handy little thing. Got ready to go.
After hunting a couple more days with no success, Dustin switched up the game plan for Kendall, pulling her out of the tree stand to go sit for an afternoon in an area where he's been getting a lot of evening activity on the trail cameras.
Bundled up, ready to go. Good signs. We're seeing fresh tracks. Hopefully the big one shows up.
I see it.
So we're finally able to move a little bit closer to where the buck can come in, but whenever we were coming in, there was 5 deer at the feeder. So we kind of stayed back until they kind of mingled on, and now we got a little bit closer, clear pathways, so whenever a buck comes in, it's go time.
Kendall Jones finally has one of the targeted bucks heading straight to the new setup Dustin has her hunting tonight. Now it's up to her to seal the deal.
Crazy. My hands are frozen. My heart is beating so fast. We've been sitting here. There has been literally no movement at all. We had a doe snort lease us about an hour ago, and since then we haven't seen a thing. And then all of a sudden the buck that we are going after came out right smack dab in the middle behind a tree. He stayed behind a tree and he kept walking back and forth, and every time he stopped there was just a perfect little branch right in the way. And finally I thought he was gonna get onto us, and he came out in an opening and I just dropped him, and that's all it wrote. My first Kansas whitetail. He has good mass on him.
We've been hunting for the past 4 days and haven't really seen much. We've seen some small stuff, but nothing really mature, older or anything. But it definitely paid off sitting through the cold. And this guy, he's been on camera, but we weren't sure if he was gonna come in. The crew's coming. They're gonna be so pumped. Stephanie got hers 30 minutes into her first sit of the entire trip, and we've just kind of been waiting on me. So I'm pumped. I know they're gonna be pumped, so here they come.
him. He's a good guy. No, he's awesome. Yes. Look how big its body is.
The one that just showed up. Awesome. Big you older. Yeah.
He's old. Look how big his body is. His body is huge. Like twice the size of him.
Dave actually showed up, and I never got a good picture of him. So I said, there's two of them. This one's actually better than the other one. Good job. So cool.
I can't get over it.
So where was he when you shot him? Right here?
Probably like right there.
He ran
So-
or he just dropped?
He went like that and then took like a few steps and dropped. What did he do?
Yeah, tell me that
He
one
went
more
like
time.
that.
Sweet.
What?
I'm going to give every ounce of credit to Kendall because she sat in tree stands for hours in miserable weather after this buck. I mean, it is so nice to actually know girls that can hunt and put in the effort, and just kudos to her because she worked her butt off.
You know, overall this season in Kansas, I put a lot of time. I didn't get a deer, but I helped everybody else get a deer, and that's a success for me because I was up there and scouting and moving people around and put everybody else on deer. I just forgot to put myself on one.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Vault Aviation, a different kind of whitetail.